Hello world, YouTube land, happy Christmas for everybody. This is just going to be a quick Christmas video where I have a quick look at 2000 AD, the Christmas special 2015. There we go, 2000 AD, welcome to your future. I'm a long time reader. I took a long break for a few years, but I started off reading 2000 AD probably about in the late 1970s. So yeah, I'm quite familiar with 2000 AD, and I got the big chunky Christmas special this week. Last week, isn't it? It was out. It's been out about a week ago, and I'll let you know what I think of it. Just a couple of the stories. I won't go through all of it. The first one, a Judge Dredd story there with creepy snowmen. You think they're the bad guys, but as the story progresses, you realise that they're not the bad guys. All they want to do is they want to get resources, so they will stop melting. They want to get refrigerators. And it's Judge Dredd's job to make sure that they don't get what they need to live. And in the end of the story, they will get incinerated. With a little boy concluding to Judge Dredd and saying to Judge Dredd, "You're not the good guy." And that's kind of the whole point of Judge Dredd. He's not a good guy. Judge Dredd is not a good guy. He's just a guy in a uniform. And the guy in a uniform who will obey orders. He'll follow the laws. Whatever the law is, it doesn't matter if it's just. He'll just obey it. That's kind of the whole point really about people in uniforms. They're not moral people, they're not good people. If you see a person in a uniform, that is not a good person. That is a person who's bowed down, he's surrendered his own sovereignty, his own individuality to a collective, to a group, and he's going to represent that group and he's going to follow their commands and their orders. Doesn't matter if they're completely unjust. That is not a good moral person. So yeah, the overall conclusion, somebody wearing a uniform, not a good person. I'm sorry, but it's true. People need to get with that. They can understand it so easily about the Nazis, and why they can't understand it about their own countries, it's beyond me. It's not beyond me actually, it's because of the propaganda in the media. Right, the second story, another order follower, Absalom. He's a smart-ass detective. He's supposed to be clever. The things that he say, lots of references to stuff that he's supposed to get. Oh yeah, I get that reference, but it just really irritates me. And because he's a police detective, he gives this impression that you can change the system from within. I don't believe that you can change the system from within. You change the system from without by not joining the system in the first place. And Absalom just plays into this myth that you can join things and as corrupt as the police or the army or whatever and change them. You can't. It's a hierarchical structure. It's a pyramid scheme. There's always someone above you telling you what to do, and if you don't do what they say, they kick you out, you know. Or you become something like Bradley Manning, they lock you up. I'm just flicking through the rest of the book now. Now this story here really illustrates what I've just been saying really. Bad Company, the first casualties. It's about soldiers, and the art is really old school 2000 AD. This is what 2000 AD used to look like when I was a kid, and I love it. But it's not just nostalgia, it's actually dealing with events that happen now in a clever way. So this arc has been about soldiers who are sent to a war based on a lie. They were fighting people who they were told were evil and had done terrible things. But the entire war was based on a false flag offence, something that didn't happen. Now the soldiers have come to realise that. They're a bit peed off. They go back home, tell the general public that the war was based on lies. And the reaction of the public was the same reaction as the public is in our own reality. The public doesn't care. Let's move on, let's learn from mistakes. You know, all that sort of stuff that people say. It doesn't matter if the war is based on a lie. Nobody gets in trouble. No one's held personally responsible. No one's going to jail. Tony Blair's not going to jail. Or George Bush is not going to jail. The same political structures that are responsible for these wars, they're still there and people are still voting for them. Conclusion, people don't care about the truth, and when you give the truth to people, they get really quite upset with you. So first casualties, top stuff. Right, so I'll flip through the rest of the book, see if there's anything else I want to talk about. I don't want to have this video lasting for too long. This story here, Return to Robusters. The art's really nice. There's a very pretty girl in this story, and I appreciate that because you don't get many pretty girls in stories nowadays. They're all empowered girls wearing trousers. There's a pretty girl. There's a moment in the story. I just go towards the end. Where is he? Right, here we go. This lady says, "Sir, I've prepared your press statement. The tax disk of the robot to blow up the maglev generator has been discovered amongst the debris." That reference is, it might seem quite obscure, but I got it. So the writer of this one, I got your reference. The reference is after 9/11, the passport of one of the hijackers was found during the recent terrorist attacks in Paris. Again, the passports were found. Whenever these bigger terrorist attacks happens, false flags, perhaps, maybe the intelligence agencies know about them, but there's certainly real Muslim terrorists involved. When these events happen, there always seems to be a passport that's available to hand over to the press, and it's very, very, very suspicious. You can look into that in more detail. Just go on YouTube and you can, or any search engine. I prefer Start Page as a search engine for myself because it hasn't got NSA spying on you there. But yeah, research it. These passports are always found at terrorist events, very suspicious and smell like false flags. Right, this story here, Sinister Dexter. The art is amazing. The art is beautiful, and the art and the colouring. It's really, top drawer. The artist is a guy called Simon Davis. The story, don't care about it at all. It's just a TV story with two psychopaths being caught and shooting people in the face. So I don't appreciate that at all. But the art is very, very, very nice. So top. There we go. See what I mean? And the colouring there. It's really, really good stuff. The art in that. I just didn't care for the story. So I flip to the end of the book now. Let's have a look. Strontium Dog. Yeah, I remember when I was growing up. That's got a good start to it there. It's fishing. Bloody hell, that's a fish. That made me smile. So the book ended on a high point with Strontium Dog, something that just made me smile. Wasn't too serious. Wasn't really saying anything. But so what? You don't have to say everything in every story, do you? Sometimes you can just have a bit of a laugh, keep all the cultural Marxism out of stuff, and I'm quite happy. So 2000 AD, the 100-page Christmas mega special. What would I give it out of 10? Maybe 7.5, 8 out of 10. There's some good stuff in there, some enjoyable stuff, some good art. Judge Dredd story, enjoyed that because Judge Dredd was portrayed as he actually is, not a good guy. And the final parts of the Bad Company, First Casualties art. I'll show you some more artwork from that. Here we go. Just a couple of panels there. I just love the artwork there. It screams independence to me, and that's what 2000 AD was all about really in the past. It was all about independent people doing their own things. It's not people who are part of some corporate Borg. They're just independent people who have something to say. They are talented people. They can draw. They can do a good story. And 2000 AD is the perfect platform for those people. It wasn't a past, and it appears in First Casualties. And who's the writer here? I don't even know who the writer is. And that's kind of cool, really, not knowing who the writer is. I don't want to know who the writer is. So yeah, I'll end my review here. 2000 AD, Christmas special. Get it. It's pretty good. It's a lot better than the cultural Marxism stuff that you get from Marvel Comics, that's for sure. Great. Take care, everybody. I will be doing some perfume reviews, I think, shortly after Christmas, because I'm hopefully, Father Christmas delivers this year. I'll get some perfumes. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, take care, everybody. Goodbye. Happy Christmas. See ya.